Welcome to this tutorial for Rodeo Ticket. Today I'm going to show you the sign-in page and the event dashboard. So you'll start by logging into your account. And then if you needed to go back to the home page, you can click here to navigate back to current rodeos or past rodeos or some other places here, organizations, which we used to call companies. You can click from this drop-down menu, and then over here you can find your tasks if you are part of an organization and you're using our checklist feature. You can adjust your settings here, and of course you can log out as well. And then you'll see our little welcome message here. This will of course say your name. This is of course our fake demo test account, so that's why it says test here. And then you can click to see tutorials on how to use our software. All right, and then you have a bar right here. It will always default to showing you your current rodeos, but if you wanted to look at past rodeos, you can click there. If you have clubs, you can click here and see those. I don't have one, but if I wanted to create one, I could just click this button. And that's for something like if you have like a membership fee or a due or something that you want to collect and you want to organize that on Rodeo Ticket, that's what clubs are for. And then organizations, which once again, we did used to call these companies. So if you don't have one, you won't see anything here, but you can create one right there. And then you can of course click into and manage things at the organization level. All right, let's go back to current rodeos, and we're going to look at the English rodeo today. All right, so you'll notice that we've still got our top menu bar here. I still have my entity drop down, and I still have my drop down so I can navigate to some different things directly from the dashboard here. Okay, and then at the top we have the name of your rodeo. If you need to copy the event to next year or to a different rodeo, maybe you're using all the same venues, you're just hosting like a fall rodeo instead of a spring rodeo, you can do that. Or maybe you're doing a entirely different event, but the venue is going to be the same. You can hit copy here. And of course you can also copy to next year. And then we have some quick website links here. These are all of the links that you'll need to share with people. So it's your ticketing page, your registration page, your sponsor sales page, and a whole bunch of others. So you can quickly get all of those there. It's also where you make QR code posters. And then you have a summary of your participants and current ticket sales, which is nice. And whenever you see this on any of the other pages, if you click it, it takes you right back to the dashboard, which is nice and convenient. All right, and then you'll see an overall summary of tickets and sales. So, and you can add an event time, and you'll see all of your single events. And then if you have grouped event times, like we have a wagon ride tour in this event, you can see all of that here. You can see which events are closed, which ones are open for sales. You can even make some edits. And then if you scroll down, you'll see registration. Very similar, you can make edits. You can look at the participants and teams. You can add a new category. Really nice and convenient to see a quick summary there. And then we have added sponsors, so now you can get a summary of how sponsor sales are going in all of your sponsorship categories. So that's nice, and then you can add a category here as well. Okay, and then the last thing is we have some data here that you can show in your dashboard, and it's fully customizable. So if we click this Customize Graphs button, so now we're on the stats and graphs page. I can click this button at the top to add graphs to the dashboard, or I can scroll down and customize that. I currently don't have any graphs selected here from the default graphs. So if I wanted to preview, I could select that and then a preview would pop up here. And then I can select which maps I want. sorry, which graphs I want. This is a heat map, so that's why. And then again, it's fully customizable. If you want your graphs at the top of your dashboard, you can move them to the top. You can edit how the row looks. So if you want to have 3 graphs on a row, or if you want 2 but narrow and wide, you can do that. And then if you want to delete a row, you can delete a row. You can add a row. Just as you're making these changes, make sure you hit save. And that is how you add graphs to the dashboard. So let's go back to the dashboard. And then the last thing I'm going to show you is our sidebar menu. So we have a bunch of different categories for all of our tools and features. So you kind of click through these buckets to try to find what you are looking for. Of course, there's also a way to navigate back to the dashboard here. If you don't want to click through things, you can use the search bar up here, or you can come over here and use the search bar here. That's our tour. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good one.